Hello and welcome back. I am Jayborino. Playing some more Maporino submissions. This is sent to us by Templar Variant, Siege of Antioch. So it's a campaign called War Shock, or a mod called War Shock. So mission 2, Citadel of the Executors, 40th day after the initial Leardian assault. This mission was made for Maporino. It was not started prior to the contest. This tip will change in the official release. Everything you see is subject to change. Coolio. So we've had a few other submissions that take place in the midst of some in-progress set of missions like a campaign. Here we go. You. Hold your advance, invaders. I am Reliac, leader of the Leardian Protoss, and I've deemed you unworthy of life. Then word shall not be spoken. Feel the callous fury. I mean, 5v3, dude. Should have read the room. Pathetic display. Pew pew! Rah, they're not as weak as I thought them to be. The assault must be made from the ground, then. Begin the assault. Okay, so we're playing this fella.
Do not waste my time.
Kill them. Leave only enough to replenish our dwindling abhorred numbers. Acolytes. Okay.
Of course I am needed.
Psionic Orb. He can have 3 at a time. Destruction Wave is always excellent. And then Deadly Charge. I think I might just want to turn Deadly Charge off.
You address the High Lord.
Okay, let's hotkey these. Let's just attack with our other buddies here. I just presume that the Psionic Orbs will respawn, so let's... Okay, these are like old school... photon cannons. What do we have here? Titan. Okay, so it looks like Tal'Darim, but it's not quite Tal'Darim. Sorry, I'm only getting mildly confused by the hotkeys because Q here is after the T, where, you know, it's like the way that the order that they're in is like only mildly confusing to me, not actually confusing to me. Hang on, let me check my volume. Okay, we're a little low. We're a little low. I just played the last submission with low volume, so that was unfortunate. Okay, let's keep moving up. I'm just gonna follow my allies. I don't know what could have been in the other area. Reliac must endure. So are these? Oh, they're Leardian. They're not Tal'Darim, but they are indeed Protoss, implying that they are supposed to be. This is like Protoss, like from StarCraft. It's not an entirely separate world or anything like that. What are these? Obelisks. What are these? Behemoths. Oh, they do so much damage. Maybe just let our allies deal with these. I'm not really sure. It's like a semi-MOBA going on here. We have some of our own units, but I don't really plan on using them. I don't have to. Okay, and then we might as well just use these orbs as well. It's not quite Psionic Orb. The display for them also, it appears like Psionic Storm, when in reality it's like a mix of Psionic Storm and Psionic Orb, interestingly enough. So if you could change the graphics so that it looks more like Destruction Wave, because that's the way that Psionic Orb actually functions. But that's a very minor detail that is not important to me. I'm kind of curious what might be up here.
So goes the chain.
Okay, just a little side area. I have to say, this whole area looks nice. It's like a big upraised platform, and with the defenses trying to repel our air forces, but it's not going to work. We're pushing through now. Just says kill all Vanguard. Ire Protoss. These are invulnerable. Okay, so I guess we are gonna have to do the rest ourselves. We lost an acolyte. I'm not sure what the abhorred are. Again, it certainly seems to me like we're basically Tal'Darim, but we're not quite Tal'Darim. And obviously Destruction Wave is insanely good. So I'll just keep using that. Get him, Reliac. If you could, maybe if there's like an optional objective to get more of these acolytes by destroying parts of the defense and like little warp prisms would come in or something. That could be a neat little addition. Not this way. These gates are built to withstand an invasion. Okay, well, we have to kill everything, so I suspect we should keep looking. We must have missed some, probably right across this bridge.
Of course I
Come back, acolytes. I like the look of these zealots, too. They're like Malash plus zealot model. I have no time for wandering. I must enter the Nexus. Oh, okay, so I guess we do have to come this way. All right, let's head up here. I guess we just needed to get closer to the door. Okay, well, there's a lot of these Laerdi, and he's like, kill enough to replenish our abhorrent. I don't know what that could mean. Death Singer. All right. I'm intrigued. Okay, we lost our 3 guys. Onwards, my army.
As I will it.
I think I'm willing to wait.
So shall
Okay. I didn't want to just push forward alone.
As
This guy is strongest with units around him, so he can just Destruction Wave and get his HP or shields back when necessary. Not much auto attack damage. That's sort of like Alarak. I mean, he's basically Alarak. Champion of the Rokal. Alright. Alright, and then just might as well cast this. See, this is why you don't want Deadly Charge on, because if Deadly Charge was on, then obviously we would have just ran into this giant group of static defense and gotten roasted like instantly. There we go. The monoliths are gone, so I'm pretty sure we can just get in there now. I like how you can store up to 3 sonic orbs at once too, so you can just spam that and just annihilate big groups of enemies like this. Obviously, though, it's to your advantage to use that when you're as close as possible to maximize the damage output, like that. I guess you could shoot it, and then once it starts moving past them, then you Destruction Wave as well. And I'm a little nervous to use Charge, even though it does near instant kill everything. Nice. See how much damage that did when we were closer. That was quite significant. All right, these attacks are getting much larger. Much larger. So we have to think a little bit more about how we're going to approach this. Because our units are coming at a much slower rate. And there are Reavers! Templar Variant, how could you do this to me? I thought we were best friends. All right, blast these guys away. We're going to need to... Yeah, we need to wait for some... Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, we're in trouble. Quick save now. Only now did I realize what danger we were in. I don't think the Sonic Orb works on buildings, but you know, it does. Okay. That's actually pretty significant. We can't really risk attacking through these without the support of our... these Titans are so good. I mean, they're Vanguards. Same idea. But, like, they just do so much damage in general to buildings. Onwards. We want to get some HP back quicker by killing units. Buildings don't count.
So shall it be.
Does make me wonder, like, what is there going to be more to this not campaign? Well, yes, to the campaign, but on this map specifically, are we mostly just escorting our units in? Oh, okay. Well, this just took us to a different area. Hi, Executor. We've cleared all data from the system in this junction and have sent it to the next junction for transmitting. Wait, Invader. Zealots, kill him. Oh, this will be fun. Prepare yourselves, Templar. No Reavers, please. Okay, quick save.
State your request.
Where you at, Zealots? You're supposed to kill me. You actually have to be far away from units to use the charge on them. And he's also a Zealot. Got him! Zoop! Oh, there was another one. Ooh, zoop! Alright, no problem.
So shall it be.
Alright, now we have groups of Zealots. Just blast them with these. Might as well just use that as it comes up more frequently. I love the little charge, just like a whoop, just like on top of them. Blast him. Whoop. Satisfying. Get out of here. You blast them away, then you charge into him if you're up against individual units like that. His cooldowns are so low that you can basically do whatever you need. So yeah, it stuns them as well. So like those really big units, you have to be a little more careful with. Okay, so we blast them away, and then we charge into them, and then we run away, and then we just... Yep, that works.
As I desire.
All right, we got to draw this guy down here, I guess.
Goes the chain of ascension.
Blast him. Okay.
So shall it be.
We're in a little trouble with our HP.
I agree with this choice.
We're not massacring enough units at once. I cannot pass. I saw a tunnel entrance the other way that could lead me to where I desire.
Only because I will it.
Okay.
As
So we're kind of behind where our army is warping in. Oh, it's like a giant Nexus. That's interesting. Wait, destroy this. There we go.
Of course I am needed.
Oh, for a second I thought we got healed by destroying the gate, but that's just passive regeneration that he has.
Well, I agree with
This tunnel system is immense. I must ensure the Executor of Antioch does not reach it.
As I will it.
Siege of Antioch.
So goes the chain of ascension.
Okay.
The weak always.
Is this like a different Antioch than
As I
Antioch back in
desire.
StarCraft 1, or maybe it's the same? I'm not sure. But if it's part of a campaign, then there's clearly like a some sort of story that like we're not privy to at this moment. That's not fully clear. There we go. Now we got our HP back.
So goes the chain
I
of
assume this is
ascension.
blocked? No, we could just walk through that.
Well, I agree.
I guess let's come up here first. There's also a little button.
As I desire.
Why is this technology so confusing?
As
Wait.
I will it.
I think I wasn't supposed to be able to walk through this.
Only because
I get the impression we were supposed to turn these off. So these were probably meant to be solid. I'm just guessing on that, but I get the impression that that is the case. Hi, Executor. All of our data has been transmitted to you. We've lost contact with the rest of Antioch. There are no survivors in the Nexus. Executor, the invader is here. The Nexus is doomed, and it appears their forces have redirected back to the surface. They're heading for the Citadel. Templar, face my wrath. All right.
so shall
Templar,
it be.
face my wrath. A fleet beacon.
How shall you serve?
Oh, I just feel bad about this.
I agree with this.
They're invulnerable, but I can destruction wave them to death, actually.
Do not waste my time.
Okay. Hello, friends.
So goes the chain of ascension.
Yeah, I get blasted back into it, and
So shall
Boop.
it be.
I enjoy it every time.
Only because
Boop.
I
One more time. One last time. It's always fun. Bam!
will it. As I desire.
Finally, now to destroy their command nexus. Okay, so that
I agree with
opened this. Obviously, I could have bypassed it. I recognize that was a bug, or at least I assumed it was. That pretty much confirms that we weren't supposed to go this way first.
Will it.
But that's why we're here, to help find that stuff.
How shall you serve?
Look at this chrono boost. It's red. That's interesting.
So shall it be.
Nice. It didn't have that much HP, so it didn't take that long to destroy it. Send for my Titans. I'll deal with these guards myself.
Only because I will it.
Quick save. So we're on section 3. Kablam! Kablam!
This choice.
Kablam! And kablam! And then kablam one more time, and boop! So, I mean, he is essentially Alarak, but also Sonic Orb, but also with Sonic Orb, but he's really satisfying to use. I mean, Destruction Wave is extremely powerful, but it's satisfying and fun to use, and you kind of have to judge when to use the charge. So I think a lot of people would leave it on autocast, and they would dive themselves into very dangerous situations. And if you turn off autocast, you have to remember to actually use it.
So shall it
We can't attack air, but that's okay. We'll just... Nice. That last blast of that seemed to do like a ton of extra damage.
So goes
Or maybe those scouts just didn't have that much HP. I don't know. Ha! We take out your leader. Demoralize them. Alright. It's going well. It's going well. I assume we just have to kill everything in here, and then the Titans will come and support us
because I will.
once we've cleared it out. Maybe?
agree
That was a
with
dead
this
end. Let's just walk to the door and see if it allows us to progress. Or I missed a couple units. Nope. Okay. The last gate. Destroy it. Destroy it now. Or the Executor invites us inside? We continue. It's a trap! It's a trap! Don't just waltz in there, dude! Wow, I expected it to close behind him. At last, just a few levels more, and then the Executor. Okay, now we've got the Titans, which are insanely useful.
Of course I am needed.
Did our speed? No, it didn't. I thought our speed got reset there for a hot second. Okay. So obviously, we're going to take a lot of damage from these things, but our immortal buddies are going to do a ton of damage. Come on, come on. There we go. Did we not receive HP back for that? We killed a bunch of Dragoons in one big blast. Boop. Alright, how much do you actually get back for... Oh, okay, so you just get a flat 20/20 for every bio... Oh, because Dragoons aren't biological. It all makes sense! Oh, that's interesting. So his Psionic Orb actually only travels to exactly the spot where you want it to go. So if I... It stops. So you always want to shoot it as far away as possible. I didn't think that so that makes sense why it is that way, because I talked about having the graphic of Psionic Orb that way, but in fact it actually functions differently. So that's interesting. That is a giant sentry. Why is it so huge? Okay, we're back to fine HP now. All right, follow up here. Let's blast him, and then Psionic Orb. One more Psionic Orb. It's not up. One more Psionic Orb. Yeah. Oh, he got smoked. We're all damned now. That's all right. That's okay. Get back in there. Get back in there, Reliac. Now I'm quite intrigued to know the context of what's happening here, because it's just different Protoss, right? But it's not really clear, other than like we want to kill everybody, what the goals are. Just blast him! Good lord! There you go. Good work, buddy. That was closer than I'd like. Titans, return to the surface. No! Don't send him away! What are you doing? I'm not finished yet. I must end the Executor, and then I'll leave this accursed fortress.
As I desire.
They're marked as Ire Protoss, but maybe that just was never actively changed. I'm not sure. Something is not right. We are all damned now. Oh my god. Okay, obviously that's a bug. Because we got warped into a cutscene, and then there were a ton of Reavers, which are just terrible. Reavers are terrible. I think everyone can agree. They're terrible. Also, they're not biological, which means we won't be able to heal after our awful, awful engagement that will be happening with them.
Do not waste my time.
Okay, well...
As I desire.
Something is not right. Oh, you know what it was? Because before the cutscene... I had right-clicked him past it, so you need to warp him and all of his... you need to stop him from moving wherever the player had directed him prior to the cutscene starting. I shall destroy them. Will you, though? Oh my god, I hate them. We have to figure out just the right way to take these things out. Okay, we did it. Strange, those Reavers were pathetic. Where was the destructive force I've known them to have?
So goes.
Well, we got really strong Psionic Orbs, so that helped. That was really satisfying. Fuck those Reavers. We got 3 at once. Kablam.
As I will it.
Pretty straightforward bug there. I don't need to reiterate it. I think it's pretty clear what happened. Are you serious? You caught yourselves within your own containment protocol. Fools. You fools. Don't worry, we learned that you can walk through it. We may have trapped ourselves, but at least we're free from your carnage. Do not be so sure. Die! Soon, Executor. Soon you shall perish like all your people. He is so upset. Plants. I'll have them burned. Now for the Executor. Don't just burn the plants. Why would you do that? That's just cruel. I feel it was so fitting that we accidentally got killed by Reavers due to a glitch. That's like just my luck. But that's exactly what would happen. I like the destroyed immortals here. I'm not sure if that's indicative that something worse has happened. What? Grasp of Maron forces. Ah! Abhorred. Where is your master? She is ahead, my master. Forgive our intrusion. She demanded it. Wait, they called us master, but they said their master's further in? Intrusion. Yes.
Of course I am needed. I heed, because Alarak wills it, as I desire.
Well, let's go and see. Let's quick save.
Only because
Oh! Anointed. That's a spooky dragoon. Move aside, anointed, or feel my wrath. I only do so by her wishes. Finally. Okay, they're all obsessed with this lady. Lyrian, I summon you before me to answer why your forces here are amidst my conquest. Reliac, what do you want? Antioch is my conquest. Your presence is not required here. I intend to challenge their executor and walk out of this fortress with his head in my hand. Well, alright, but if you fail, I will not hesitate to deal with you for your failure and incompetence. You may try. Well, let's just not fail, and we don't have to worry about that. So it's pretty clear. That just kind of shows that this faction's clearly different than the Tal'Darim in the sense that the Tal'Darim always answer to a High Lord, but they're typically always competing for who will be High Lord. Whereas in this faction, there are like multiple sub-factions within it that are competitive with each other. Stay here, Lyrian. Do not follow. I'll give you a lunar cycle to deal with the Executor.
So shall it be.
All right. Centurions? They would rather die by their own hands than suffer defeat by mine. Pathetic. That was clever. As you just walk by, they just evaporate. At last, their precious High Executor. Rah! 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 Get him! Finally. You. Me. I'm Executor Artanis. Why have you slaughtered my people, laid waste to our cities, and destroyed our world? Because I wanted to kill you. I wanted to burn your cities to ash and destroy your culture. Just as I did with the Tal'Darim. Just as I did with your Dark Ones. Ah, okay. Okay. You and your kind banished us from Ire after the Aeon of Strife. We were forced to steal and scavenge to survive. We lost our ways, our customs and culture. I must feel like the extra explanation isn't necessary, really. It's time we repay you in kind, although I'm not merciful. You all die. Today. If we must fight, then let us fight. Behemoths! go on. Okay, here we go. Here are the behemoths. Not much HP, so we just gotta take them out one at a time.
Oh, well, I agree with this choice.
Oh, okay. Let's just wait for them, I suppose, to come to us. Because we're not technically supposed to walk through the walls, I guess. But we can blast them away.
I agree with this choice.
They also have a slow attack animation. Another 2, so you have an opportunity to move away from them to charge and pretty much instantly kill them. So like this, and then destruction wave. He'll come to us again. They look a little goofy when they're walking. I'm not sure if that can be corrected to make it a little more smooth. But yeah, the extra exposition on who this guy is, I think, is almost unnecessary. It's pretty... I mean, maybe the whole, like, we were banished after the Eon of Strife, right? But maybe it's better to just say, you like, understand that they're exiled Protoss invaders. It's over, Reliac. I have the high ground. You underestimate my power. Don't try it. Rah! Is he gonna get cut in half? Warriors, stop him. I like the adepts with the warp blades. Those are cool looking. You just got to have those units actually attack him rather than stand there. But again, pretty obvious. There's really not much point in me saying it. People, you know, creator can watch this and see what they want to fix. How many others? Few, Executor. Executor Tassadar and Praetor Phoenix have marshaled what is left of their armies. Oh. Good. We make for the Silent Caves. Now. So I thought it was a sequel. Now it's a prequel. There's a Dark Templar there who just popped out. So this might be an alternate telling as opposed to a direct prequel / sequel. Because Tassadar and Phoenix are alive, which means that it takes place before the original StarCraft. But he said that he had killed the Tal'Darim, and we don't really... I mean, I'm not very familiar with, like, what they were up to prior to StarCraft 2, really. And if he said that they were already destroyed, that would imply that they won't be around for StarCraft 2, which means I think this is an alternate universe. Again, but I like that the player is left to imply it, and the only line that I thought stuck out a little bit as being a little unnatural is when he exposited more elaborately who he was. Like, it doesn't matter if they were exiled after the End of Strife. It's more just like, why would he just say it aloud to Artanis necessarily? He's just saying, like, we've destroyed these other Protoss cultures. We are... Because the whole time the player's thinking, like, oh, it's the Tal'Darim, but then there are clues that kind of imply it's not the Tal'Darim, and then all he says is, I destroyed the Tal'Darim. So then you're like, okay, it's definitely not the Tal'Darim. They're just meanie Protoss. That's pretty much what you need to know. And he's challenging Artanis. And then you find out that the whole Phoenix and Tassadar are still alive also. So you kind of left to ponder, what are the circumstances of this? So it's not that it's puzzling. It's that it's intriguing, and it leaves the player wanting to understand more. And I feel that, so what this map tackles well, that some other maps that I've played, not in the contest per se, but just in general, that some maps tend to do that as a weakness is that they exposit too much. They try to reveal too much about a narrative without giving the player some room to try to figure out what it is and leave them wanting to play the next map, as opposed to just telling them outright pretty much exactly what's going on. A set of maps that does that really well, and you'll notice was extremely popular, was Odyssey. The player was told exactly what they needed to know in the circumstance based on which characters were talking, and they never told each other excessive things with the thought of, oh, well, someone, an audience, a player, is watching this and they need to know something. They only told each other exactly what they, in the frame of the media, needed to know. And that method of storytelling, again, it allows players to figure it out for themselves until maybe you feel that it's so ambiguous that it needs to be explained later on down the road. So really good job, Templar Variant. The map, so I think it definitely could use some variety, but also the fact that I know that it's part of a campaign in progress, to me means that this is a piece of a larger puzzle. So I don't expect every map to contain every possible aspect of macro and micro in some perfect blend, right? So this map, I think, was like very MOBA-esque. I think the battle at the end, I think those units could stand to have more HP because it's pretty easy. Or you could nerf the charge ability. I think there's a couple options there to make that more challenging, or throw more units at the player. Just kind of have it be a flood that increases over time, and by the end of it, you're like struggling, and then you finally kind of get through it. It's sort of like a boss encounter. But overall, I had fun with this map, and the narrative intrigued me. So Templar Variant, keep us updated, or keep me updated at least, with your progress, and I look forward to seeing everyone in our next Maporino showcase. All right, bye now.